Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here to my channel, my name is Cor and I'm your business nurse from Southeast England. In today's vlog, we're going to do the AskCorr episode 6. So I have compiled questions from my YouTube videos and from my Instagram account. And at the end of this video, I'm going to read your comments and give a shout out. So please stay tuned. So most of the questions that I'm going to feature are mostly written in Tagalog, but definitely I'm going to put an English subtitle so that my international subscribers can follow. So the first question is coming from Earl Herman de Villa. So the question is, Ma'am Cor, good day po. Pwede pong magpa-advise kung paano kumuha ng flat na i-rent sa UK bago po kami dumating dyan? Sabay-sabay po kasi kami darating dyan, ma'am. Thanks po. Okay, so if you are coming here in the UK together with your dependents, I would highly recommend that you do your research when it comes to looking for accommodation. So the most popular property apps here in the UK are Rightmove and Zoopla. But if you're planning to work in the Northern Ireland, you must download the Property Pal app. So by using these property apps, you'll be able to filter your preferred accommodations by location, by proximity to your workplace, your preferred number of bedrooms, if it's 1, 2, or 3 bedroom accommodation, and if you'd like a furnished or unfurnished property. And lastly, you can set how much is your budget for your accommodation. So let me share an experience of my friend who arrived here in the UK together with her family. So her husband and a child. So they came directly from UAE. So she already downloaded these property applications and she's already looking for potential properties for her family. And because they are not yet in the UK, they're not able to arrange a viewing of the property. So what she did is she booked a room through Airbnb for a week or two. So once they arrive in England, she already made several viewing arrangements with an agency. It was actually a struggle for them because renting an Airbnb property for 1 week is already too much. Like, you have to be prepared financially. So especially now here in the UK, there is accommodation crisis. There's a challenge in looking for properties, especially for families. So majority of the landlords here are not keen on taking tenants who have children. So if you have a child and you're planning to come here in the UK, you better plan ahead, make your research, and be prepared financially. That would be my advice to you. Alright, for the second question, this is from June May Trecho. And her question is, okay lang po ba yun? Senior carer ang sa certificate of sponsorship namin, pero sa contract naman ay nakalagay care assistant. Medyo naguluhan lang kami. So I actually encountered similar questions like this on my Facebook page for .ptv, and what I tend to answer is for you to clarify it with your employer. You have to compare your contract that you signed from your home country compared to your contract here in the UK. Your job role and your job description should be a match. Okay? There's a difference with a senior carer role versus a care assistant's role. Okay? So better clarify that with your line manager or your HR department. Not only it differs from job role and job description, but also when it comes to your pay. So better clarify that one. Do not sign another contract, not unless you clarified the exact role you signed up for. Okay? So for example, in my workplace, the senior carer gets 11 to 12 pounds an hour, whilst the care assistant gets about 9 to 10 pounds an hour. But I think recently they have a wage adjustment as implemented by the UK government. Okay, so let's move on to our third question, and this is coming from Mayik Dimakyat. Hello, Mayik. So the question is, core question regarding renewing dependent visa kapag ILR na ang main applicant. Anong COS ang gagamitin? Yung COS ng main applicant bago maging ILR? Or hihingi ba ulit sa employer ng bagong COS? So the answer to your question, Mayik, is your main visa holder does not need to secure another certificate of sponsorship since her or his visa status is already on ILR or indefinite leave to remain. So the certificate of sponsorship that dependent must provide during renewing or extending their visa is the most recent certificate of sponsorship of the main visa holder. Okay? So I hope that's crystal clear. Alright, so next question is from Mahalakshmi Venkatesan. And her question is, Hi ma'am, I just reached UK 2 days ago. When can I get personal loan from HSBC Bank? Thanks. So unfortunately, Mahalakshmi, if you have watched the whole video, you need to build your credit history before you consider applying for a personal loan here in the UK. So how would the bank assess if you are capable to pay them back if you don't have enough credit history to prove your financial capability? So it's too soon for you to even consider in applying a personal loan. If you open your account with HSBC, if they think you would qualify for a credit card, they will offer you a credit card. And then let's say for 1 year or 2 years of having good credit score, it means you are on time in paying your bills. So if you have any utility bills that are directly debited from your account, or if you're using your credit card for any purchases and you're very good in paying them back monthly and not missing any payments, so that's the time you can consider in checking your credit score if you have the chance to get approved for a personal loan. Next is a question from Max Dizon. Hello ma'am, new subscriber here. Thanks for this video, very informative. I just have one question if you don't mind. Can I get my partner? By the way, we are of same sex, but the thing is she is married in the Philippines. She is not annulled or divorced, but they got separated long time already and have their different lives. In this case, is it possible for me to get her in the UK? Thank you in advance for the reply. More power to your channel. So the good thing here in the UK is they are acknowledging the same-sex partnership. So you can apply for a same-sex partner visa. Unfortunately, since you have mentioned that your partner is not yet divorced or annulled, it can be tricky for you to apply her as your dependent. I will in the near future make a separate vlog because this topic is very interesting. But to give you an initial information, I have read the gov.uk website, and it mentioned there that you have to declare if your partner has been married before or has a previous civil relationship. I think there's no harm in trying to apply for it because one of the main requirements of petitioning your partner with the same sex is to have enough evidence, enough and strong evidence of cohabitation or active relationship for the last 2 years. If you want to be on the safe side, I would advise for you to hire a solicitor or go through an immigration consultant services for them to guide you with your application, okay? So now for my last set of questions. Yes, set of questions, and this is coming from my subscriber, and she messaged me her questions through my Instagram account, and I promised her that I'll go through her questions. So here it is. So these are the questions of Tony Macaroni. So I will just do a fast talk to answer her questions because it is an exhaustive list of questions. For number 1 question, she asked, paano po yung first day niyo sa UK? So I can vividly recall that during my first day, so if you mean by first day as in the day that I arrived here in the UK, of course I'm exhausted, but I was too excited to see my husband because we were apart for like more than a year. Apart from being exhausted and excited, I was already planning in my head what I'm going to do on the following day. So the first goal is to clean the house. So second question, required po ba kayo ng quarantine period nung dumating kayo? No, we don't have quarantine period, and even up to now, we don't need to quarantine coming from the Philippines. The third question, what are the things na tinanong nyo nung nabasa nyo ang contract nyo? I think you better watch my vlog about the things to consider before signing a contract. And I think that would be really helpful if you are still in the process of considering a job here in the UK. So better review the job offer before officially signing a contract, okay? Ano usually yung mga frequently asked questions from immigration nung paalis na kayo? As far as I can remember, so since I left the Philippines on a dependent visa, not on a working visa, I wasn't asked for anything actually. I just showed my passport and my BRP and that was it. There were no questions asked when I passed through the immigration from the Philippines. But when I arrived here in the UK, I think there were 2 questions that were asked by the immigration officer upon entering the UK. Alright? Next is how much is your pocket money and how much would you advise to bring a pocket money? So the pocket money depends if you have someone to support you once you arrive here in the UK. But if you're a single person, I would highly advise for you to have at least 300 to 500 pounds to start with. Not unless if your employer will give you an allowance, like an advance, like a cash advance to cover for your expenses like your transport and your groceries. But if you are like me that has a husband or partner waiting in the UK, then I think $100 would be enough as your allowance just to cover for any unexpected expenses along the way when you travel, like if you're hungry, if you're thirsty, you want to buy some stuff in the airport. As far as I can remember, I only had $50 when I entered the UK. So the next question is the list of things na dinala mo sa UK. I actually have this on my YouTube videos, Tony. So please check that out, the things that I bring to the UK. Did you research about UK or city of work before going there? Honestly, I didn't do much research before I came here in the UK. I only did some research when searching for an accommodation for me and my husband. So initially, my husband stayed at the accommodation in his workplace, and then when he was applying for me as his dependent, I was the one actually researching for potential properties that he can rent for us. Okay, so I want everything as a surprise, so I didn't really research much what the city looks like, what are the things to do, what are the tourist attractions. Of course, I already have little background about the UK basing on the movies that I watch, but I didn't do much digging when it comes to what to expect when I arrive here in the UK. I want everything as a surprise. Next question is the do's and don'ts sa UK. I think this is a vast topic. I'll do a separate vlog about this question, Tony. Forgive me. The next one is ano yung mga deductions nyo sa salary nyo. So the usual deductions that you will see in your payslip are the national insurance contribution, your tax. If you are staying in your employer's accommodation, they will also deduct that as accommodation fee, especially for those newly hired skilled workers like nurses. Not all employers are covering for your expenses in coming here in the UK. They will arrange a monthly deductions of all the expenses they have incurred in getting you to work here in the UK. So my usual salary deductions are my national insurance contribution, my private pension, and of course, the tax. The next question is pre-departure tips. I also mentioned this on my video about UK-bound OFW luggage essentials, so please watch the whole video. Not only I mentioned about the essentials that I brought to the UK, but I also give some tips. Okay, the next question, how do you manage your expenses? So as a couple, we already have an estimate of our monthly outgoings. We already have an idea how much we can save monthly. So what we do is the total amount of salary coming into our account minus monthly savings. So the rest of the money left will be allocated to our monthly bills and expenses. And her last question is, paano po kayo nakapagpadala sa mga kamag-anak nyo dito sa Pinas? Ano po ang murang paraan para makapagpadala? Believe it or not, I monitor the exchange rate at least every week. Once I see a good trend with the money exchange, I immediately transfer money to our bank account in the Philippines. So when I need to transfer money to my family, then I'll just do it bank to bank, like through online banking. If you're asking me what are the money remittances that I use in transferring my pounds to the Philippines, at first I was using Kabayan Remit, but when you send 3,000 pounds, they need to contact you and they will go through a lot of questions before they will transfer the money to your account. So I'm currently using Western Union application in sending my pounds to the Philippines. because the maximum amount that you can send in one transaction is £4,000, and the charge is £2.90. And immediately, like few minutes, you can instantly see your money in your bank account in the Philippines. Another money remittance app that I used to utilize was Azimo and MoneyRemit. But if you compare the exchange rate, Western Union has better exchange rates compared to all of them. So Western Union, you better sponsor this video, okay? Now time for shoutouts. Hello to Gazelle. Her message is, I commend you for investing your money wisely. Thank you so much, Gazelle. Next one is from Ink Plots. I'm flying to the Philippines in September. British, yeah. I'm flying to the Philippines in September. Love your video, lots of information. My first time in Asia. Thank you so much. So hopefully you would enjoy your stay in the Philippines, Mr. Ink Plots. And thank you for watching my videos. Next one is from Zachary Espinosa. Thank you for this video. Very informative and helpful for us. Thank you very much, Zachary, for watching the video about senior care in the UK. Next one is from Kim Kumar. You are so amazing and your teaching skills. Thank you. I'm trying my best. So thank you for appreciating my work. I'm glad that you find my videos useful. Next is from Kina Buluran. Thanks for your vlog. We are getting a lot of information. God bless you. God bless you too, Kina. Thank you again for watching. Yesterday, I received a message from Jerome Cortez. Hi, Cor. Been watching your videos in YouTube. It's been very helpful, especially those interview content, as I was able to pass a healthcare home nurse interview. So this kind of messages makes me really happy because I feel like I'm accomplishing the purpose of this channel. It's not only to share to you my life here in the UK, my experiences, but to give back really for all the blessings that I'm receiving. So through creating informative videos, I am encouraging people to work on their dreams in becoming as a nurse or carer here in the UK. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this vlog of the day, and I hope I have answered your questions. If you have any more queries or suggestions to my channel, so please don't be shy, comment down below in the comment section, or you can message me directly on my Facebook page, Cordapia TV, and in my Instagram account. So this is my Instagram handle and my Facebook page. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be seeing you soon, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!